Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday morning. It's March the 13th, 2023, the year of our Lord, and we're at the Board of Public Work and Safety for the City of Scottsburg, Indiana. So welcome, and we'll call our meeting to order. We begin by our clerk treasurer having the roll call.
Mayor Amick.
Here.
Karen Gracious. Here. Tom Lewis.
Here. Thank you, Ms. Hart. Next thing we have is the approval of minutes of February 27th, 2023. We have a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I accept the motion.
Karen Gracious makes the motion. Tom Lewis second. Did you see anything on there which you had questions on or confusion? Okay, hearing nothing. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, thank you. Now on to new business, approval of the job title, records administrator / first class firefighter. Chief Ritchie is not here.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
We are just asking for approval of this new job title. One of our current employees is going to kind of take the role of both the records administrator and the first class firefighter. So we don't have that as a job title as of right now, so
That's the only thing that's changing is the title.
the title, and they're kind of mixing two job descriptions together, blending two together for that.
I'll make the
We should
motion.
mention the name, if it's okay.
Oh, it's for Eric Jones. His job title will now be Records Administrator and First Class Firefighter.
I'll make a motion, we approve the title change.
Tom Lewis makes the motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
What's the rank of Eric? Is he a captain?
Pardon?
Is Eric a captain?
No,
Lieutenant?
he's just first class firefighter,
Okay,
but he has been
okay.
performing that role, so now
Yeah.
we're working with our job descriptions. We wanted to clarify that.
Absolutely. So, are there any questions about this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, thank you very much. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
I didn't see you this morning. And Melina, good morning, good morning. Miss Jill, Chief, always good to see you. And ladies, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a little behind on that, so I apologize for that. Also, we did have a swearing in, I believe it's on Friday, of Isaac Kienefeld in a full-time position for Scottsburg Fire Department. So now we have reached a place that we could have 2/3 of the city having a person there 24/7. So that's a good thing for Scottsburg. So the next thing is the MOU between Scott Memorial Health and the Mid-America Science Park under the auspices of City of Scottsburg. So have you had a chance to read through that? And as you can see, this is just an emergency, time of emergency that we are making a memorandum of understanding that they will be able to utilize that facility. That facility has a lot of space, 110,000 square feet. So whatever space that we have to be able to help in a time of emergency. So, are there any other questions about any of this memorandum that you have? Hearing none,
I'll make a motion that we approve the memorandum of understanding.
Tom Lewis makes the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Gracious seconds. Questions, comments? I will ask legal counsel, do you have any issues with any of this?
No, this is something we've had with them for numerous years, and we tweaked it a little bit to add some new language this year. I'm good with it.
Okay, with hearing nothing from legal counsel then, we've already had the motions and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, thank you very much. And today is 3/13 of 23. Okay, so there's that one signed. The next thing we have is a Mid-America Science Park waiver. And to this, we will look westward to the one and only Emily Keller.
We have a waiver for the Scott County Partnership again. This is for their annual fundraising event they just had in January. This is for next year, so 2024. So this is basically their biggest fundraising event that they do. It's for the trivia pursuit that they have every year. So they're just asking to use the banquet hall again.
Are there questions about this at all?
We did this last week, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we did it for 2023. This one is for 2024.
The partnership is the entity that basically is the one that helps all the kids. So we have probably, I don't know, last time I was out there with one of their, I mean, there was probably 80 kids out there. Pizzas stacked high, and they've used it just for them to be able to kind of come in and sit down. But I think this is their, what it looked like their only fundraising time, So we'll look to see.
I'll make a motion to approve the waiver.
Okay, Tom Bliss makes the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Christian, second. Are there any questions about this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, thank you very much. So I'll sign this for you as well. Okay. And the next thing is the claim approval.
I would be open for a motion to accept the claims as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the claims as presented.
I'll second.
Karen Christian makes the motion. Tom Bliss seconds. Are there questions about any claims? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Claims are approved.
And I have two more things,
Okay.
Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
The first thing being, I know at our last meeting, and we talked about this, when we were going to hire the full-time firefighter, we should not ever change positions in the middle of a pay period. So in doing payroll, we realized that promoting Emily Keller to our human resources coordinator would have been under that same thing. So I'm just asking this board to change her effective date in that position to 3/5/23. So that way the pay period, it would be at the beginning of a pay period instead of in the middle, as we had done.
I'll make a motion to do that.
Karen Christian makes a motion.
I'll second.
Tom Bliss seconds. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you very much.
And then I also have one more request, would be to move Jordan Riley, who is currently an animal shelter assistant, to a temporary street laborer position. And that position is unfilled at this time, and there is money in the budget to do so.
Is that same salary rate or
Might be a
5
little.
cents different.
5 cents?
Okay, yes. So with that being said, I would like approval. It's temporary, but in fairness to all the departments and how our budgetary, how we do.
I'll make that motion.
Tom Bliss makes the motion.
I'll second.
Karen Christian seconds this. Is there any questions about this? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay. What do you have? Do you have anything for us? Okay, nothing else? Chief? It's quick. Chief, surely you have something to say.
Boys play well.
I was gonna say,
We don't talk basketball. Boys play well.
Scottsburg won by 2 points.
North Davies Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning.
We'd like to
Hopefully
get,
they'll be awake. It's about time they get out of bed. no?
That did last
we'd
week.
like to get it on record what you thought of referees.
There were some fine young gentlemen.
We have to censor it.
We had extra money for some eye vision tests for them. Give it an eye.
Thanks.
Well, it was an exciting game, that's for sure. It's about an hour and 40 minute, 2 hour drive, so it was a nice facility with an exciting game, and so long drive home from Reedsburg. Joyous time home for Scottsburg coming home. So Melina, what do you have for us today?
I had some sewer things that went around.
Okay. give us an update on the software, please.
Software's going good. We've had our first 2 training sessions. We'll resume training again on 28th, I believe, of this month. So we've had a little bit of a break from them the last 2 weeks, but it's so far everything, the training part has went very smooth. I would like to say our IT department really did a well job of getting everybody set up and ready to go to have a virtual training. They did very well with that, so we thank them for that, but
Kudos to Stacy Skinner and the whole IT department.
yes.
So, give you a heads up as well on the water department. So water department, as many of you know, we're installing 12-inch line that was a 10-inch. And the 10-inch was a metal line that's probably 70 to 80 years old, going south on US Highway 31. It's all in except for where we don't have easements. And my understanding, the easements begin at the Elpia plant, there by the Moose Lodge, coming north up by a South Street. Chief, is that the last road going east and west?
Where's it at? I'm sorry.
South Street, is that the last road? Is it south and then, seems like where Kenny Stutzman used to be,
Yeah.
you know, so there's,
That's South Street.
that's
right?
South Street. So
Yes.
basically from that South Street down there, I don't believe we have an easement, or we're working on those now. So just to give you a heads up, we're waiting on that for them to finish. They've pulled off simply because we're waiting the easement. As soon as we get the easement back, they'll come back in, we'll finish that up, and then hook everybody up to that. So again, we're going from a 10-inch line to a 12-inch line. It is I don't want to say plastic, it is a type of material today that is put in for 100 years of life or more. This is a huge upgrade for us. So also out at the Lake Road by the Pizza Hut, by Walmart, where we had that massive outage last year in April that went for basically almost 48 hours. It wasn't out 48 hours, but it took an entire 24 hours to get that found, and it was deep, and we had a natural gas line laying on top of it, and that was right in front of the state's salt depot. And we found out that over the time that salt depot mixed with water, the rainwater and everything else like that, penetrated the ground. Over 30, 40, 50 years, it penetrated those pipes. So what we're doing now, when you're gonna see all this stuff going on out there, that we're digging that back up again, and we're replacing that pipe from basically everything that's basically 20, 30 feet away from that salt depot on both the east and the west is good pipe. It's still great pipe. It looks like new pipe. But where that salt was at, we have all kinds of pits in that. We fixed that, and it wasn't 30 minutes later, another spot 10 foot down blew out again. That's why we're 48 hours correcting it. So I told our superintendent, Scott, Todd Carter, to replace every bit of that pipe. So that's what's going on now. We did find a valve that had been put in incorrectly years ago, so we're replacing that valve. So if you see that corner dug up right there at the pizza, that's what that is. It's a corrective valve, in putting in another hot tap. The cartridge in the one failed, so they've got another one. So that's we're gonna cut the water off there today for a short time, put another hot tap in there, then we can replace that valve. So just to give everybody an update, what's going on, what's all this pipe laying on the side of the ground. If you haven't seen it, it's really neat. They can pull about a foot a minute under, and it wasn't a dig it all up, it was a bore. We bored a hole, and that saved a tremendous amount of not only money, but it also saved a tremendous amount of people's yards being torn up, and it's able to pull it. And it's such a neat operation. They were able to video everything, and we didn't, as far as I know, we didn't hit anything. So it's amazing. It's amazing today what we can do. So it's been very positive. So
Mayor, one more thing
Yep.
that I would like to include in that motion. I failed to say that this temporary transfer was effective 3/5 of '23, as long as one is all right with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you.
Absolutely. One last thing as well is, and you're all invited. Marty, please come. So we're all invited a week from tomorrow, which is the 21st day of March, at 11:30 to 2:30. We're going to have a ribbon cutting out of our new wastewater treatment plant. So we hope to have our engineers there, our construction folks there. We hope to have a lot of folks there. We've got lunches and some cake and everything else like that. I'm just so excited about this. I mean, this has been probably the second largest asset in the city of Scottsburg right now. It was $13 million for everything, so we did not have to raise anybody's rates, and so it works wonderfully. It's double the size that we had, and I was given plans from the previous engineering company, and this is a third bigger than that one. So we're really excited about it. So if you can make that, please come out. And we're going to give tours. You'll have different people speaking. So it's really a great thing. So anyways, what else do we have? Nothing. Okay. Nothing else. Okay. Marty, got anything? Okay. Well, I guess we'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. Josh, I didn't ask you, do you have anything for us?
I do not.
Okay. Thank you. We're adjourned. Thank you very much.
I second.